You know, we knew from the start this is an uphill battle to take on an incumbent, and I think we're doing really well. And so I'm hopeful and optimistic, and we'll just see what plays out. I think there's a lot of people that are concerned with the path of Washington and want some new faces, and I thought that my experiences, having run a business, being in healthcare, and being in the military with the deployment to Iraq, made a difference to people, and it resonated to a lot of people. Like, this is somebody who's got a resume that sort of fits the needs of the things that we're dealing with in Washington. They just kind of came to me. It wasn't something I was seeking, and I would speak to any group, no matter who they were. I'd even go speak to Democrats if they wanted me to. I'd be glad to do it. And so, you know, with that, they just kind of got behind me and supported me in many regards, and put together, there were some PACs that had formed and came together to my side. I met with some Tea Party people early on, and I said, I agree with the basic tenets of the Tea Party. They said, well, will you be a Tea Party guy? And I said, well, I would like you to be Wenstrup guys. And let's go from there, and, you know, let's be conservative, and let's go out and try and win this race, and if you're with me, then great. And the relationships grew, and I helped campaign for Issue 3, for example, which, you know, won in every county across the state. And they got to know me a little bit more about it during those times, because I would come in just talking about where I thought healthcare was going and what might be the problems, and how people might actually have a harder time getting care than they might think. For example, you might have an insurance policy, but you have a provider that can actually take care of you. So there was a lot of things that we found flaws with the Health Care Reform Act, and that's what I dealt with, and what my concerns were to maintain that doctor-patient relationship. People got to know me, and it kept kind of growing into the campaign for Congress. A lot of things that really resonated with voters were the increasing the debt ceiling. That seemed to be the economy, and increasing our debt were the major concerns of people. If you go back a few years ago, it might have been the war on terror, but that's fading, and I give credit to our military and the people that defend us for that they seem to have less of a concern. But the economy is a problem, and people are looking for work, and they're uncertain of their future. And those seem to be the major topics that we hit on. And as you know, as a businessman, I can relate to that. I'm in a business that's very regulated, being a physician. It's regulated with everything that we do, and every slip that we turn in, and every claim that we make. There's somebody watching it, and this and that, and there's fines, fees, regulations, all these things that are potentially out there. And so people related to that this is somebody who's been in the trenches.
Great. Congratulations for doing so well, even though the votes are still coming in. So we're going to continue to watch the race here. Certainly people here are very happy with the kind of results they've seen so far, and they'll probably hear